Welcome to the John Hripko Hazy Crystal Ball February edition. Anyways, hopefully you're nice and warm in this deep freeze that we have coming up here in the next few days. Anyways, just giving you a quick review here as to what happened in January. Bottom line, the sales are the highest that we've experienced as a real estate board ever since 2014. It was absolutely tremendous. Market momentum has definitely increased dramatically. And what you've noticed here with the Hripko real estate team, and as well as talking to a number of our cohorts across the entire industry within Calgary and surrounding area, is the demand for homes seems to have escalated dramatically in the last 6 weeks or so. We've also noticed that any of the homes that we're listing, up to about $1 million, give or take a little bit, are basically having an incredible number of showings. And beyond the showings, quite a few of them are selling within days, and of those, a number of them also with multiple offers. With that, we've noticed that depending on the price point, the values have actually increased. What I mean by that is where a home, as an example that we would have looked at sometime in the course of November of 2020, an estimated value to be somewhere in that 450-ish range. We put on the marketplace anywhere between 469 to 475 right now, and we sell it very close to that asking price almost instantly, which basically indicates that there's not only a strong demand, but buyers are now realizing that the values are there. So that meaning, say, if they didn't see the value being there last fall, they definitely see the values there today. And so in our opinion, pricing has gone up anywhere between 3 to 5%, depending on the price point that you're at. Overall, in the month, our the residential price, excuse me, has leveled off more or less at $424,000, which is up almost 2% over where we were last year. And the number of new listings we took in the last month was just under 2,250, which is down 4.5% year over year over where we were last year. So basically putting a lot of pressure on where listings are and demand. You say inventory levels are dropping, demand is increasing. Subsequently, we have that increase in values, which only comes into play. We also have a massive decrease in the months of supply. Typically speaking, we had last year between 5 to 6 months worth of inventory. Right now, we're running at just over 3 months, which definitely is showing us to be in what I call, are you sitting down, a seller's market. Yes, Calgary, the seller's marketplace, which is unheard of for so many years. Beyond that, just looking at my charts over here on the screen, detached prices, the median price is running around $493,000, which is up 3% over where we were last year. Attached homes are running around $391,000, which is up just over 1% over where we were last year. Row housing, or basically townhouses, attached townhouses, they're running around $280,000, which is basically flat from where we were last year. And apartments themselves are down to about $245,000 on average, which is down about 0.5%. We're finding apartment-style condominiums being the hardest hit, and so far as demand is down, and it's taking exponentially longer for those properties to sell. We have very detailed information here as in the attached documentation in this email. Take a look at it. Any questions you have, let us know. Bottom line, we're going to leave you with this as I call it, my hazy crystal ball. Interest rates are going to stay low well into 2022, even into the start of 2023, before we see a turnaround over there. Next, we anticipate this high demand, low inventory level of housing in Calgary to continue for at least the next 2 to 3 months and possibly longer. It's difficult to assess beyond the next 2 to 3 months timeline, so we're going to just leave that right there. You might say, what's precipitating all this stuff? Combination of people just sitting back for the last several months, waiting for things to happen, realizing that product is not coming onto the marketplace in waves. In fact, as I just mentioned, there's less and less inventory available. People are getting basically fed up of living where they were and realizing, hey, wait a second. The reality is they need a little bit more space. The reality of them working out of their home is getting to be more the norm, especially when you have children studying and or needing to stay at home to work, because being schools not necessarily open all the way through. And coupled with that, they're saying, you know what, if there's a good time to sell and buy up, this is it. And I have to agree, this is a fantastic time to do that. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought. Who do you know who's interested in actually moving on up? And what does moving on up mean? Maybe it's right sizing to a home that's not as large as they have. Maybe they want to relocate to a smaller town or center. Maybe they want to go back to Saskatchewan or back to BC where it's a little bit warmer on the coast, etc. Or alternately, they just want to move into a different size, larger home to accommodate their growing family. So who do you know who's interested in moving? We'd love to hear from you. Get your referrals and work with you on helping anybody and everybody you know find that perfect house. Anyways, any questions, give us a call. Also, we have attached here our trades and services directory. Take a reference in there, take a look, use these individuals. They're individuals that you, our consumers, have recommended to us. We've used a number of them ourselves, a number of them we're not familiar with, but we will be using. So anyways, take advantage of it all, and anything you'd like us to add to there, let us know. I look forward to talking to you again next month. Cheers.